Hello there, and welcome to, this is the Black Series Cantina VIP Hangout, but we are going to sort of treat it as a traditional episode of Black Series Cantina, just sort of a bonus episode. Mike is actually in San Diego right now for Comic-Con, of course, so we're not doing a traditional audio podcast for this week. We're going to do next week, and then me and Mike will cover the reveals, as always, and then we have our VIPs here joining us, and Brian is here, so thank you all for joining. But Corellian is a special guest. He's not a VIP member, but I wanted more people to talk to that, you know, would offer some great insight into the reveals, Black Series as a whole. I just also felt like it'd be entertaining for our VIPs to talk to more people in the community. And plus, you know, Sebastian's, you know, a good friend now these days. So
yeah, but I hate the Black Series, so I don't know if
honestly, yeah, we should probably just kick you. But yeah, initial thoughts, just like a quick overview. What do you all think of like the whole SDCC weekend so far?
Pretty good. Lots of hits.
Yeah, I agree.
Solid, like B plus, A minus.
Really?
Yeah,
B plus, A minus.
Yeah. No, I mean, we'll get into talking about it, but there was really only one thing that I was disappointed about with the reveals, and it was kind of expected a little bit in the back of my head. It was one of them that I wasn't really getting.
Lab heavy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you know, it was there was one that I was not getting too excited about when it was rumored. I didn't know who the figures were going to be, but like looking off of the list, there was Yak's list had mentioned a Clones of the Republic pack, but you know,
yeah, that one, you know, I knew what that 2-pack was in advance, so I was kind of able to, you know, but I was thinking it would have the Anakin, like the one that TVC got recently, where he has the cape, sort of the one from the modern Battlefront 2, and maybe like, I don't know if he had that in 2D Clone Wars, if he had the cape in his Clone Wars look or not. But like, if you just take this figure, the one they just revealed, and just give him a cape, you know, it's a new, at least it's a different look. But they just released this. But we'll talk about that, you know, pack as soon as we cover it. But yeah, everything is looking good. Mike's in San Diego, and I have 2 Anakin vs. Obi-Wan sets secured right now, and they are, well, one's in the mail. Well, no, both of them are in the mail, actually. And then Mike shipped them to his house. We did some weird logistics, and he's going to ship them to me, well, one to me when he gets home, and then he's going to, since I'll be in Colorado for Justin from Out of the Basement's wedding the week of Chicago Fan Expo to get that signed. Then on Friday, I got to fly from Colorado to Chicago, and Mike is going to drive from his home in Illinois, meet me in Chicago. We're going to go to Fan Expo together, and he's going to bring the set that I'm getting signed there. And then I'm probably going to have him, like, drive it back, because I won't have room in my luggage to take that giant set home on the flight with me from Chicago to Louisville on that Sunday. But all seems right in the world. I have Anakin and Obi-Wan on the way, so shortly they'll be in hand. You know, I know there were some Yak rumors that it was going to, or he posted that it might go up today for premium members. I asked him earlier today, and he confirmed that it wasn't going up today, so I actually bought premium for that, if I could get it in stock, you know, get it in stock quick, because I wouldn't have to have Mike buy me an extra one to open. I could just order it. But once Yak confirmed that they weren't posting it today, I was like, all right, I'm refunding my Pulse Premium, because I just have Mike grab it and save me $50, you know.
I'm kind of glad that they're going to do it on the same day. And if they do it like they normally do it, they'll do it an hour apart. Because I feel like if they would have put it up today for premium, to give all of those people a week in advance to decide if they want to buy premium, if they want to order it, probably would have sold a lot of the initial stock out. And then
also it saves us like a week of people complaining that they gave it to Pulse Premium first,
Yeah.
and not just an hour of it, you know. Because I could imagine that every week it would be nonstop comments of,
Yep.
you know, how many are going to be available for us. But I think it'll still be fairly easy to get. I forget who it was, either in an Instagram comment or one of the Discords, but somebody said they talked to a Hasbro rep and they said in September it's going to be widely available. So we don't know if that means they're going to have a limited amount. And I think somebody said, it's hard to keep track of who said what because there's so much news going around, that the remaining stock from the con is going to be put up in stock on Pulse, and then once those sell out, it's going to be up for pre-order. So similar to how they did like the past, like the SDCC Maul and Speeder, you know, like, because that went in stock and then sold out and then put up for pre-order. So I'd imagine they'll do the same thing. But I know Sebastian only has about an hour or so I say we go ahead and jump into Black Series Gunship. Man, that'd be insane. Let's talk about the first reveal real quick. I'll share my screen here.
While you're bringing it up, I did notice there are, now I don't follow the TVC community, but there are quite a lot of people who are not too happy about the price of that gunship.
I noticed that. Yeah, I was seeing some of that too. And it, for me, I was expecting like $550 with how big it is. I was expecting something, but $450, that seems like a deal.
Yep.
You know, all the swap out pieces that it comes with. Are any of you all, like, I guess we can talk about the HasLab real quick. Are you, any of you all in on the HasLab?
No.
No, not for me.
I'm so tempted just because, you know, of course it is a prequel. It's probably the best, you know, prequel toy, like, ship you can possibly get right now. But at the same time, like, you know, there's other really cool ships, and I just don't have the space for something like this. You know.
What are the tiers? Oh,
so
the
first
Jedi
tier, yeah, it's the Jedi. So first one is Coleman Trevor, and the second one is Sase 10, and then the third one is Asian Kolar. I actually, like, I want this to back every tier, like, so fast, because I want those in Black Series. So if they go with the molds, you know, just hit that upscale on them, and then give them to us in Black Series.
When I saw these tiers pop up, I thought they were going to go something with like an episode 2 Anakin or like an updated like Arena Padme or something like that. When I saw these pop up, I'm like, these are probably the top 3 Jedi that are wanted in 6-inch scale right now. You know, we just got the Palpatine and the Sidious revealed. 2 of these would complete that whole scene because we got the Kit Fisto re-release. So I agree. If they want it, then they can get the molds out.
Yeah, I really hope so. But as far as the tiers go, I was kind of a little disappointed by the tiers because I feel like this set would be, I don't know if there's any more pictures. Is it just this right now? I thought like perfect tiers, like they should have had like green lasers that clip onto the bubbles on the outside, or like I think Hunter on the MNF chat said it perfectly, like some smoke trails for the rockets that shoot out of the blaster areas. You know, some blast effects for it. I think that would have been a better tier than just a carded figure for each one. But I do love the swappable panels. I think that's really neat because you can make them just multiple different ships.
That's smart, yeah.
Yeah.
I find it a little comical that the 3 Jedi that are the tiers are the 3 Jedi that one dies, but then the other 2 we never actually see like get onto the gunship. You literally see every other Jedi hopping onto a gunship at some point except these guys.
Yeah, but pretty cool. I would love these in Black Series, the clone pilots. But, and I think this set, oh, here we got more pictures here. I can scroll. I think it's going to be an incredible piece, but I'm probably, you know, out on it. I think one of the cooler parts is that it comes with 2 display stands.
Yeah.
It has the flight mode and then like the hover mode,
Mm.
you know, which is really awesome. Just like gives you multiple ways to display it. Because I think some people, you know, I know Tommy and Hunter are. Tommy's confirmed he's getting 3.
Ooh.
He said at least. So you know, by the
Yeah.
time it ends, he might grab a 4th one. But also like these Jedi, I'm not sure if I like putting these Jedi locked in tiers of a HasLab because even though I don't collect TVC, I would imagine that these are fairly highly desired Jedi, just like they are in Black Series, you know? So locking them in tiers, because for the Cantina, you know, the tiers were like Wolfman and the Tonica Sisters. Like, yeah, those are wanted TVC figures because they've, you know, because TVC is, you know, Cantina, stuff like that. But at the same time, like, they're not that important of characters. You know, I feel like maybe I'm just like a prequel guy, so this seems a little more egregious than like the Tonica Sisters. You know what I mean? But that might be like my prequel like bias coming in.
I do. Looking back at the stream, I think they said kind of like similar to the Rebels type exclusive card backs. So I don't know if they would attempt to maybe try to release them later on.
Oh yeah, so because that's what did they do that with the Rebel? Did they re-release the Rebels figures?
Kind
Just
of,
on
sort of.
on different card backs.
Yeah, they used parts. So like when they re-released Ezra, they changed his torso, and then parts
okay.
from like Zeb were used for. They did like the season 4 for the HasLab, but then they used parts of him for a season 1 look that was released outside of the HasLab. So I'm wondering if
What
some
could they
reason-
change on like Coleman Trevor though?
give him a blast mark,
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that could work.
put him in a pack with Django.
Yeah, they could do it too. Because TVC has a newer Django that was released in like 2024 or 23 or something. So yeah, they could do that.
I do have to say, this launching the whole Battle of Geonosis campaign now for 2026 sounds promising, because I mean we've got like we had the Django revealed for 2026 today, and there's a couple more Attack of the Clones figures on Yak's list. So I'm hoping that kind of like it was this year, Black Series was lumped into the whole Return to Tatooine with like the mains and everything. So that might be maybe a little bit of good news for us. So
I was kind of surprised not to see a Yoda in this set with the gunship. You know,
That would have made sense.
yeah, he literally arrives with the clones. You know, in Attack of the Clones. But also, crap, I forgot my talking point here. Somebody else say something while I think of it. What was I going to say about this gunship? Oh, yeah, I remember. So they're doing this whole Battle of Geonosis thing for 2026. But I will say, I don't think they should announce like a full Battle of Geonosis campaign, because what if this fails and then you go into 2026, you know, with our Battle of Geonosis, here's your Jango Fett and Mace Windu 2-pack, and here's your Phase 1 clone trooper and Super Battle Droid, you know, with your little like display, your little sand play set. But then like they're always going to have that in the back of their mind of like, we don't have the new gunship, you know?
Yeah.
Because it would have been like if Black Series was like, oh, we're going to build an entire year of reveals around the Rancor, and then like separately we get Malakili, you know, Ayla or Ula, you know, and the Luke separately, and then it's like we don't have the Rancor to go with the reveals around the Rancor. So I feel like it's a little, maybe they should have announced the launch of the Battle of Geonosis for 2026, maybe like after it hits the 8,000. But maybe that goes into like the hype of people buying it because they know there's stuff coming that surrounds it. You know, that might have helped with the Rancor if they would have told us,
yeah,
you know, hey, if you back it, you know, we'll see some more, you know, Jabba's Palace things
Yeah.
revealed soon.
well, and that's what they kind of did with the other ones. They did it with the Ghost. You know, they said, okay, yeah, you're getting the crew, but we're going to have a couple more, you know, to go along with it that interacted with the ship. And then they did it with the Cantina, where they said, you know, here's the Cantina, but, you know, don't worry, there's going to be other things
Yeah.
coming that you could interact with it. So I agree. If we would have known,
The Mos Eisley streets and all
Yep.
that.
Yep.
But all right, enough HasLab talk.
What are the clamoring fans saying it should have cost?
Oh, I saw in the Hasbro Pulse comments, one of them was like, "This isn't even $220 worth of items or something absurd." Yeah, and I wanted to comment so bad. I just wanted to be like, "You're a total idiot. Like this is 20% bigger than the other gunchips." And
Mm-hmm.
like I do agree, it's not a
It's
perfect
$12.
HasLab, but I think it's worth the price. I mean, I think it could use some blast effects, like I mentioned earlier. You know, especially like a green laser that just clips onto the bubble, like just makes too
Yeah.
much sense.
Yep.
You know, it does
I mean,
feel a
that's
little empty, but I
iconic.
feel like it's still worth $450.
Or like even like an effect of a rocket with like the smoke stream behind it that could attach onto one of
Yeah,
the
like the
cannons.
top pieces there.
Yep.
Yeah, the cannons. But
It'd be nice if the G.I. Joe effects missile smoke laser team could do a lap through these.
yeah.
Lego just did a massive version of this ship, and people were kind of bitching about the price point of it too. And then you build the thing, and the wings on that thing are massive. Like I don't think a lot of people realize how big that thing is going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, especially Lego's just really expensive in general too.
But I mean, when you scale this ship up, like the wingspan on that thing is deceptive. Like,
Yeah. That's why like
yeah,
we know they've tried to do the Black Series X-Wing.
yeah.
Because when you watch the movie, it's hard to see the actual scale of it. But whenever they put the actual scale in their software, it's just too big to be a Black Series item.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to refresh this before we move on. I want to see how many backers. So refresh, 740 backers. It doesn't feel like a lot so far. I feel like normally day one is big.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Cantina was also a little slow, but I feel like it had a lot more backers by this. Like, I think it, if I remember correctly, it had a really good day one and then was really slow. But the first hour or two, we're almost 2.5 hours into this project, and it's not even at 750 backers.
Yeah, I think
that-
this one's
feel-
Because it's more of a TVC is more of a older crowd.
Boomer. Boomers. Nobody likes those prequel movies, Lane. You know that.
I do think this one's going to crawl. I think this one's going to crawl through. I think it's going to fund. It's definitely going to hit the target well before the end date, but I think it's going to be similar to the Cantina, and I would be surprised if it doesn't hit the last stretch goal like the Cantina did too.
Yeah.
I think there's enough small, like there's a crowd where just those pilots are going to sell this thing. Just the Jedi are going to sell this thing. You know, being able to squad up and put 3 different panels on 3 different versions of this thing. You know, like there's a market of each of those.
Absolutely.
The second lap popularity on the prequels, people. You know.
Yep. Before we move on, I want to thank everybody for watching live right now. If you don't currently subscribe to Black Series Cantina, please do. Also, if this is your first time, you know, my co-host for the podcast isn't here right now. He's actually at the con, but we're an audio podcast, and we release on Apple, Spotify, every other audio platform that you can think of if you want to listen to the audio version every other week, or you can sign up for Patreon to watch the video of the show. So there's the quick plug for that. All right, so let's move on from the HasLab and talk about some real peak. All right, we got to jump to the Mace Windu versus Sidious 2-pack, which, you know, I was really excited for. Obviously, we'll talk about the soft goods in a second, but compared, looking back at this set after they do the Vader and Luke set with the base and all that, it's like, I feel like this could have had a little bit more in it.
Yeah.
But my first reactions, I love the head sculpts on pretty much both figures. Like, I don't know why they had included this picture twice. But, like, that's a good Mace Windu sculpt. And that Palpatine right there, I mean, just come on. That is insanely good. But this picture looks kind of wild. But I think it's, like, some weird digital thing going on here just because it looks so odd. Like, the lighting is weird, but... Because on this picture, you know, it looks much better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can see the
dark
the
around his eyes.
Yeah, but on this one, it's like it's all washed out by the light or something. I don't know really what's going on. It just looks weird. But obviously, the big thing about this set is the soft goods. They didn't include any detail that the outfit is supposed to have. And if you all remember from the movie, I can try to pull it up as well. But it's supposed to have actual design going horizontally, like all the way down. And they didn't, and we've seen Black Series do it before. That's the issue for me, is if it's something they can't or couldn't do, you know, of course I would understand it, but we've seen it recently, like with Shakti, Luminara, the Barris figure in particular, her robe, or not her robe, the cloak, like the hood and the cape, it has such a nice detailed pattern throughout the soft goods, and I don't understand why they wouldn't do that for this right here. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they didn't include it. I'll be honest, I didn't notice it at first when it was revealed. You know, usually it takes me a while to like go back through the pictures and look at it. And if somebody wouldn't have brought it up, I probably would have realized it myself. I don't. It's unfortunate, but I don't think I'm as bothered by it as many others who've been vocal about it. You know, like it's unfortunate that details get left out like that, especially with something like this, because now the chances of us getting another Chancellor Palpatine probably, you know, I doubt we'll see this any other way. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning more towards like the overall look of it. Like I'll probably be posing him with that head in particular, and I think it still looks decent enough for an action figure on the shelf.
Yeah, like I'm definitely happy to have the representation. This has been, I think, on my 2024 top 10 list. This figure, or top 10 most wanted, it was number 2 or 3, maybe. So I've been wanting this scene on the shelf, you know, for quite a while. And the fact that they're knocking it out is great. I just wish we could have gotten, like, because I feel like the underneath, like the darker part. Let me pull it up before we talk about these head sculpts. Get that crap off my screen. Like right here, the darker part I'm good with. I feel like that the overlay part, the red, I just kind of wish they would have done, like on the new Anakin and Obi-Wan, they have the soft PVC for the the overlay there, so that way you can still get your range, but you have like a nice look to it. I think that would have been perfect. But I'm still good with it. And we have another VIP joining us. Kirby, thanks for joining.
Hello.
Appreciate it.
What's up, Kirby?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good. Talking about the Mace and Sidious 2-pack right now. But all that being said about the soft goods, I am super stoked for this set, and I do want to get a close-up of that Mace sculpt. Like, the fact that we're getting Black Series figures with actually good facial expressions, cause it's pretty wild, because for so long in the Black Series, every single figure is just blank stare. So when you have people dueling on the shelf, it doesn't really look like they're dueling, but now we're finally getting, you know, some expression, which is great.
All right, so I've been at work for the last couple of days. Is this particular one San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, or is this going to be up on Pulse soon?
I think they said this is the MCM London Comic-Con exclusive, and so it'll be on Pulse. It'll be pretty attainable.
Okay.
And we have another VIP joining. Pletho, thanks for joining.
He's
Oh,
mute.
Pleto's muted, per usual. Pleto likes watching us, but
There we go.
from like the actual being with us on stream.
Everybody.
Oh, there he is. Pleto, what do you think of this set here? We've been talking about the Mace and Palpatine
This
dual
looks nice.
set.
I like the pre-deformed Palpatine face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and people have been saying like they want. Somebody DM'd me and asked me like, what are the odds that this figure, in particularly, gets re-release? And it's so hard to say, like a single release. It's so hard to say because they're so hit or miss. Like with that Yoda and Greed 2-pack, they didn't release prequel Yoda, and you know, maybe everybody thought Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. This is the year they're gonna do it. They're gonna release that Yoda single pack. Since last year we got the 2-pack. You know, well, that hasn't been the case.
Well,
So
it didn't-
maybe they're saving that prequel Yoda for like the Battle of Geonosis thing in a couple years. But so I honestly wouldn't expect this Palpatine to get a re-release, but I would expect them to put it on maybe like a like one of the black dress, maybe like the Phantom Menace thing, or you know, one of his other looks. But I'd buy it either way.
Love this photo. This is great.
Yeah, I love how they did the spinning shot.
His lightsaber's really orange.
Yeah, it looked pretty orange there. It didn't look so
Yeah.
orange in the other pictures.
Yeah, a lot of times with these in-hand photo or the like these, they saturate them like with the lighting just a little too much. I can try to find. I think Toolyark had some of the in-person or like at the booth shots, or somebody did.
Oh.
But yeah, this set I'm really excited for. And did anybody remember the retail price on this?
I think it was $59.99.
Yeah, $60. That's right. Yeah, this head sculptor here, the alternate one. So my plan, I think I want this head on the other single release Palpatine we got, the one where he's fighting Yoda. And then that head, because I think it's more of a smiling head, right? I think I want that head on one of these, and then I want to get 2 of these so I can have the non-messed up head on it as well. Because I think I want the smiling head. This is hard to explain. You know, after Mace Windu dies, and then Palpatine's still wearing this red dress,
Yeah.
and then he puts on the black cloak,
Yeah.
like, and that's kind of the moment where he becomes the traditional like Darth Sidious Emperor that we know, and he's telling Anakin to go to the Jedi Temple and all that. I think that's what I want the smiling head to be on, where he's like, you know, doing all that. So, and we have another VIP joining us, Caleb. Thanks for
Hello.
Thanks for
Sorry
hopping
I'm
on.
late.
No worries. We're really just now getting started. We talked about the HasLab, which we can talk about a little later on if Kirby and you all want to have things to say on it. We got Vader Luke in the chat, and I sent Luke a text, and I said, before I 3D print the office you made a long time ago, are you gonna revisit it? Because I don't want to print it, and then there's an easier to print version out there. You know? But Luke did confirm on his Instagram story he's gonna revisit the office scene. So that I'm pretty excited to print that for this. And I'll have the new Anakin, you know, there. Oh, look at that peak right there for TVC. Look at that on the right. But does anybody else have anything to say on this set before we move on?
It's cool. I probably won't be getting it. I like the mace that I got.
All right, next. It's all right. It's all right.
I like
And no, I want
understand
another.
because buying
wanna-
another
I
Mace
want
Windu
the-
is tough.
Yeah, and I love the clean Ian head, but that's the only reason I'd be buying this set is the clean
Yeah.
Palpatine head.
See, I
You
don't
know, it's
mind.
I wished Ian McDermott was going back to ICC Con because I'd love to have him sign this set. Well, I guess it does have a weird fold out thing. So
I do like the scene specific 2-packs that they're kind of leaning in on. Even if this isn't one for me, it's a cool one.
I
So who did
don't
that?
mind getting another mace because I have a lot of scenes I want to set up when I get my collection set up. The more maces, I need at least 3 that I can think of off the top of my head. So.
let's see here. Don't want to hear any more about the Black Series X-Wing. Is too big. The Gunship and the Cobra Rattler HasLab are both in the ballpark of what TBS X-Wing. No, I think the TBS X-Wing would be a lot bigger than what we think it is. Like it's the wingspan. It's not necessarily the middle of the ship. I think the wingspan is.
Be a coffee table.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, could they do a HasLab? Sure, but the Rancor in a couple years ago was $350, and people bitched about that price. You drop a $700 plus X-Wing on people. I mean, Black Series fans, like, every show talks about this. VSC, M&F, Out of the Basement. Like, Black Series fans see $30 and they're like, oh, that's, most of it goes to clearance. And I was actually, my sort of hot take for this 2-pack, especially for someone like you, Brian, if you want to hold off on this set, I actually think this is going to hit clearance because there's so many people that don't want to buy another Mace Wendu. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to think this Palpatine might be coming as a single release. Because I don't think it's going to be desired as the Gree. I mean, it is going to be the MCM London exclusive, so maybe they're going to make less of them than they did that Gree and Yoda set, but I don't think this is going to be something that's going to sell out, if I'm being honest. I don't know if you all have any opposing views.
If they do make less of it, they probably will sell out. But they probably will do that whole restock thing like a 2 or 3 days later, like they did last couple.
Yeah, like I just think of stuff like Starkiller was a PulseCon exclusive, like that Starkiller with all the accessories, but you had to buy 2 Stormtroopers to get it, so I think that scared people off of it. Like I don't want to pay. I don't want to buy a figure I already have or a bunch of figures I already have. So I think this will kind of be the same way. And that Starkiller set was on the Pulse sale for, $45 at one point. So I think I kind of fully expect this thing to hit clearance one day. So, and if not, I'll eat my words. And Brian, I'll just buy you one on the secondary market for trusting my advice. And let's see here. X-Wing is 41 feet long by 36 feet wide. Scaled down to 112, that'd be 41 inches by 36. That's pretty big. That's
Almost
41 inches,
4 foot.
41 by 36. Like, I'm not sure that's so easy. All right, so let's talk about... I know you all probably want to talk about this crap right here. Like, who is it? Who is this? This guy isn't even in Star Wars. I just watched Return of the Jedi the other day, and this guy was nowhere to be seen. I have no idea what this even is.
Oh, I thought it was Jocasta Nu.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's too good. The Jocasta Nu Force Ghost. I'm gonna use that.
I can't unsee that now.
Yeah, I might post a side by side on Instagram and ruin this set for every TVC collector.
She just chopped her ponytail off. That's it.
Yeah. The Jocasta Nu set is crazy, but yeah, here's.
Oh,
the
it's all
right
vintage.
here.
It's not.
Yeah, it's TVC. Luckily, Hasbro's smart, and they put the Anakin. And this is what's great because all the TVC people want Sebastian, but the ones that are on the card collectors, they're gonna have to see that Hayden sculpt on the body, and that brings me a lot of joy. That makes me really happy that they put Hayden on the body, because if they made Hayden the alt, that would kind of hurt a little bit, So
They gotta go.
I like how they made Sebastian the alt head.
That's okay.
We got Joby1 in the chat. No worries. No worries on being late. All right, so now we can talk about some of the reveals from today. Let's see here. What do we want to start with? I guess I don't really have the... I guess I could go to one of the Discords.
Go to Mike's picks.
Yeah, that's true. I think Robo put up some good ones too. Somebody put these up in here as well. All right, so first things first. Let's talk about some peak here for a second. I'll share this screen. Let's just go ahead and talk about the best reveal because I want to make sure we get all the good stuff before Sebastian has to go. So they announced the Vader and Luke 2-pack. And I love how they're doing this art on the front of the box.
Yep.
Which screen am I sharing? Yeah, they're doing this art on the front of the box. This is similar to the Anakin and Obi-Wan 2-pack. And then they're doing similar art on the front for the Mace and Palpatine pack. So this seems to be like a newer thing that they're doing. I am interested to see how this opens up, though. I wonder if the figures like slide out. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Wouldn't it be the same design as the Andor, where they slid out on both sides?
It could be. It could be, but this also has like the base too, so maybe that'd be behind it. You know, maybe it's supposed to fold out on the bottom. And we'll have to see some like. I have some like display pictures, but we'll take a look at those in a second just to see. But yeah, this set is absolutely incredible here.
Yep.
I did not expect to get the full base.
No.
Like, what do you all think about this one?
Yeah, just we were talking about it before. It's a great upgrade for Luke. I know I've seen people say, why did Vader get the same legs? I think for something like this, I wouldn't expect a brand new Luke and a brand new tooled Vader. So, you know, the legs are what they are. But no, I agree. And especially at the price point, I think for $70, you know, if they would have released Bestin Luke and Vader on their own, they would have been $25. So $20 for that base with the removable piece that Vader cuts through. I mean, it's sizable too. It's not just a platform or anything like that. And Vader's got the wired cape too. So
yeah, that's
this
incredible.
is the same price as the Ronin and B5 2-pack, and he had a wired cape, and the R5 was mostly reused as well. So the fact that we're getting a lot more, I feel like with the base and everything included with this to me is a more justifiable $70 than that was.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the new Luke. We got battle damage on the knees. We got battle damage on the left shoulder. That's kind of hard to tell from that pic. I could probably try to find one on the other site to zoom in on. Can you all see that? Yeah, look at that, like that left shoulder right there. So good. And then, let's see.
Wait, can you go back to that? Does Vader have the damage on his shoulder too from when Luke cut it?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay. Might just be the way the cape's laying.
Yeah, I think like right in between the shoulder, it did kind of look like it for a second, but looking closer, it doesn't look like it. It would be really cool if they sculpted a new like shoulder piece for it, because they did that for, you know, the Kenobi one. They gave him a whole new torso just so you could have a cut on the back that you'll never see.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, they got the battle damage on the eye. But yeah, Bestin Luke was one of like my most wanted, like a battle damage one has been on my list for a long time.
Yep.
And we're finally getting it, which, and the whole base, and like the cool, like one of the coolest parts is they throw the clash effect in.
Yep. That's what I've been liking about all of it, is like they're really carving out, like Brian said, with the scene specific packs. It's literally now going back to they're including everything that you could possibly need for that specific scene. So you have the clash effect. You have him cutting that piece of the base off. You have him cutting Luke's hand off. So from the time they get on that base until he jumps off, that's like literally everything you need for a recreation of it.
On this one, Vader Luke print of this, but I
Brian,
really
what do you
want
say you
that
kinda cut out?
redone Bestin Luke.
Brian, what do you say you cut out for me? Anybody else lose Brian?
Yeah.
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 All right, Brian, try it
Am I
out one more
back?
time. You might. I think you're better now.
I was just saying I really like the already existing Landspeeder Luke print of that, but I really like the redone Bespin Luke. So I'm kind of torn.
Yeah, that's. I was talking to Sebastian and Lane about that in the pre-show. Like, I have like the original Landspeeder Luke version of this, and it's incredible. It actually has stairs on, the
Yeah,
like, where like the front of Luke there, and like behind Vader on that pic, like where the stairs go, and it's dark gray, and it's like similar. I don't have the lights on it, but that's really not the biggest deal to me. So, maybe, but I can't not have that Bespin Luke, especially with the battle damage. So like,
I'm getting that Luke. Yeah,
so it's like a non-negotiable for me. Like, I have to get it, but. Do I sell the Luke print I did, or do I do a giveaway on it? Do I sell this base? Do I have 2 bases? That seems like overkill, But I do agree here. I think a swappable head for Luke would have been cool. But also, I really like the price that this is at. Like, they kept this at a really good price point.
Yep.
And everything, while we have a lot of people watching right now, so... Just FYI, every Black Series reveal today goes up for pre-order tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So be sure you secure those if you want them.
Except the Obi-Wan and Anakin pack.
Yes, except the Anakin and Obi-Wan pack, which, hey, no worries for me. I got my 2 sets signed, sealed, and delivered.
Does the Mace and Palpatine go up?
No, because that's the MCM London Comic Con exclusive, so that'll be in the fall time sometime, I think. I couldn't tell you which month that is, but it'll be on Pulse at some point. But it's just like the reveals from today's stream go up tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern.
I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, just after this, you can go on like their YouTube, and they did like a 20-minute recap. So they had like a pre-recorded video or something that they posted at 6 p.m. Eastern, so they didn't post their live stream.
You get to skip them just talking about nothing for a while.
Exactly, yeah. But like wired cape on Vader, like wired capes in the Black Series, crazy. Now we have, it's a second one. I did want to ask you guys, are we all in agreement that the Black Series, the Luke and Anakin, the Anakin and Obi-Wan packs, like that's like the greatest Black Series set ever done, right? Anybody have an opposing view?
No.
Mm-mm. Just the
Right,
thought put into it.
Nobody wants to get kicked. All right, I like it.
No, just the
wish
thought
they
put
had
into it.
What'd you say?
man.
I wish they had robes.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But do you guys think is this the second best Black Series item ever, or is like the Snow Speeder still beating it out? If not, what could take this to that level? Because I think this is up there. I just don't know if it's,
A bantha with fur. That would be the best.
Which one?
A bantha with actual fur.
That would be
For me.
sick.
No, not TVC, like for Black Series.
Yeah. Black Series. I would love a Black Series scale, or not Wampa, a Black Series scale bantha. It's been on my want list. Yeah, Vader with the wired cape is so good.
They have to all have wired capes from this point on, or at least wired cloaks. Because it's just
Yeah, especially for like,
ease.
I understand like the mainline ones not, but any like special set like this, wired cape and the clash effect, You know, that reminds me, no swoosh effects on this, which is kind of disappointing.
That's because we're getting 6
They
of
put
them.
them all in.
Anakin
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't. That doesn't include a red one for Vader.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I feel like a swoosh effect because like that picture right here. Come on, we need a
Yeah.
swoosh effect
Yeah.
if we're gonna be swiping through.
That would
Just take
just
Dooku's.
No, it doesn't fit because Vader has the slanted hilt. It won't fit right. You got to use what you got to do is here. I got a solution. I don't want to mess with that because I have it perfect, and it takes a while. But if you have an SHF Vader, you can just use that lightsaber. But the red isn't as bold, unfortunately. But it still works. So.
What about that cubic guy? I forgot his name.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Cubic 30 Prince. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's amazing. I would definitely recommend.
He did a pretty solid swooshing look.
Yeah, look at that. Come on now. The battle damage, all the sculpted bits on here. The base.
And you better believe we'll be getting reuse from some of those parts. We're going to get a regular version at some point then too.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yes.
I know Zoo Boy's been wanting a Jason Solo,
Jason
and
Solo.
apparently, like, you can reuse a lot of those parts.
Mhm.
All right. Next reveal here. Let's talk about Chimere.
Yes.
It's hard to tell on some of these pictures because these ones are a little blurry. I have HD pictures somewhere I'll try to find. But they actually like put dirt on his arms,
Yep.
which is crazy.
I
for
did
Black
not
Series.
see a little bit
expect
of it
this.
there.
I did not expect this to be as good as it actually turned out. I really did not.
Yeah, so on this one we have a swappable head instead of a helmet that goes over, like typical Black Series.
I hate that.
Um,
I hate swappable helmets. They're fed.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, it can be a little bit more of a hassle. It's just, it helps with scaling better.
Yeah, but
Because a lot of
just-
times with this... Oh, go ahead.
you can't. If you gotta take his head off, so it's not like it's. Then you gotta lose his head and stuff.
No, look.
It's just not right there.
You buy one of these,
I have 7 of those,
and you put the heads in the same spot with all your other heads.
but then you gotta go
You'll
find
never
it.
lose them.
Then you gotta go find it.
You set it under your desk.
Is it worth destroying the hair sculpt?
And the paint, a lot of times, like with what is it, the Phase 2 Captain Rex that actually they revealed today, that helmet is so tight on it, every time you lift it up, it scrapes his nose, and I'm actually losing paint on the nose in my Rex because it's so tight, because they have the scale of the helmet actually pretty accurate on that figure. So I would much rather have swappable helmets because it maintains the sculpt of the actual helmet, and it just protects the hair and the paint underneath. And that's the problem with clone troopers. Like, if we had swappable helmets on clone troopers, the helmets wouldn't look like stormtrooper buckets. You know, they'd actually look like small helmets that are just really squeezed over the trooper's head. Yeah, I see both sides. But,
I think they did a nice job. They've been doing this recently on Black Series, where they'll do a blend of like softer plastic and then the fabric. And I think this is another example of how they did a nice job with it, where the top portion being that like softer tunic that we're seeing,
yeah.
and even the cape. It seems like the cape is more of a softer because it's like flaring out in that middle picture, and then the lower skirts are cloth. They've been doing a nice job with blending that, so that's good to see too.
Yeah, I
They
like
look
this
great.
like softer PVC they're
Yeah.
starting to use.
Do you think he's Dagobah Luke under?
Those look like ball jointed wrists to me.
Yeah, ball jointed wrists for sure because there's no visible hinge.
Yeah.
But as far as like legs go,
Probably Luke.
it could be. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they used the damn legs that they've been using on the Sidious figures. the the Book of Boba Fett Luke. But honestly, you know how they do with new media. This is probably head to
New
toe
legs?
100% new.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like won't ever be reused again. Yeah. But I was just happy they gave the actual head sculpt because I was worried it was just going to be the helmet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the future state of getting more Acolyte figures in the line is going to be. So I'll say that if this is the last Acolyte figure we're getting, I'm glad that they went out with a bang
Yeah.
with this one.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I know I mentioned the dirt on the arms, but I do just want to mention it again because paint detail in Black Series these days is so few and far between that when they do it, it's like, holy cow, they actually put effort into the paint on the figure. And of course, it's a new media figure, so they're like, we got to go all out, for this figure. Paint detail on the arms is what really shocked me about this one. And I know they mentioned... that's cool. Look at the box on that Sidious pack. But there's also a wrist gauntlet that's removable. So you just pop that hand off since it's a ball joint, and then I guess you can just slide it on and off, I'm assuming. Head sculpt is amazing. The helmet looks really good. The teeth on it, pretty menacing. That's probably my favorite pose, the one on the right where it's like looking backwards at it.
Yeah.
I think that's how he's going on my shelf.
Yeah.
Don't love the overlay, but the rest is killer. I don't mind it. I feel like in these shots, the overlay looks a little bit more reflective than it will be in hand.
Probably
speaking of in hand, we probably have in hand pictures of it. Yeah, right here. Yeah, I think it looks softer. It's not reflecting as much light, I don't think, here. I feel like it looks good, but that's just me personally.
Oh, can you go back to that last picture?
Here?
Yeah. Oh, that unmasked head looks really good there.
Yeah, that's really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice deep cut elbows.
Shame we don't get to see more of him.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of Season 1, but I think it's set up. But I liked it. It's not like I didn't. I'm not like one of those like haters on the show. I think it set up such an interesting Season 2. But unfortunately, it got so much hate online they canceled it. But it's like, why would you cancel it as soon as it gets good? Like it crescendoed, and then
you have to allow shows to grow because not everyone's a hit.
Yep.
Right off the bat.
And after meeting him at Comic-Con, he said it was canceled before it even aired.
Ugh.
Jeez.
I think part of it has to do with they're just kind of moving away from the deluge of Disney Plus season or series content in general.
Yeah, that's a Iger thing to move away from what Chapek was doing.
Oh, this will be a good last Acolyte figure. Give us Plagueis.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't
They
even
can use the new media excuse too.
I want Yard's Paddle on Tassy-Loa just because I liked the design of it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think it was Zooboy that mentioned he wants Torben.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Acolyte, and I don't want Torben.
Yeah, I was like, that guy did nothing.
Yeah,
I'm good.
He sat there.
Look at that. I love that helmet sculpt, though. That's so nice.
This is all around. It's just a great figure. Like it really is. Like
except for the heck that is swappable heads.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the soft goods on the legs, though.
The part about the swappable head I really, really don't like is the fact that it's the whole neck. So you can't just have them posed on the shelf like holding the helmet or anything. It's got the neck, unless you pop it more.
That's a good point. I didn't consider that, actually.
And that's what they've been doing with a lot of them, that they do switch.
Yeah, because even this figure, the TVC, do they not have the... that might be a different thread, but the TVC, Anakin and Sebastian, the Hayden and Sebastian... That's a better way to say it. The Anakin and Sebastian, because Sebastian Force Ghost isn't actually Anakin. That set also, you have the whole neck comes out. It's like the whole chest piece that covers it or something.
Well, at least that's better than having a helmet where you can stand there holding it. So he's not going to hold another head.
Yeah, that's
He
actually
also does
a good
hold
point
his
for
helmet.
this set because if people wanted to have, is it OSHA or May OSHA that puts on
Yeah.
the helmet?
Oh,
in
yeah,
one of the last
yeah.
episodes.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
like if somebody wanted to display it like that.
He uses it like a boxing glove at one point, right?
Yeah.
And when they do it for clones and stuff, like the TVC crossing and stuff, some of them, whether it's not the whole neck, it's got sometimes has the ball joint in it, so that way you can't really hold it because there's a ball sticking out of it.
That's a really good point. I didn't consider that.
But you wouldn't have those hair fringes on the front.
No.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the hair coming off like
Yep.
that.
I think he could have gotten away with it with his, though, because his helmet's kind of big anyways.
I mean, if they put the ball up through the neck and then just the hole in the helmet, you can have people holding it. So,
Yeah.
like, I still like the swappable, but if they do it down at the neck, I kind of agree that if you want to display him holding the helmet, that kind of... You
Yeah.
might be able to heat that up and pop it off, though. I
Yeah,
know it's a
as
little
long as it was the helmet with
convoluted.
just the empty hole for the ball to go into it, it's fine. But when they have either the ball coming out of it and it switches between the head and the neck, or the whole neck on there, that's when it ruins it.
I get what
Especially
you're
when they do it
saying.
on
Yeah,
clone
that makes
figures.
sense. I didn't consider that at first, but real quick.
What were you
look
saying
how
about
good
the
those
pants?
guards look. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm huge on, and I know Vader Luke's probably throwing up in his bathroom looking at this, but I don't know if I love the soft goods pants, but they look like they're a thicker material, which probably, you know, which helps.
Yeah,
But
I don't think they
it
look
almost
too
looks like a
bad.
doll. I feel like.
And I was gonna say, there's not really. I guess maybe like the Ronin is closest to having like the baggy samurai pants, kind of like this. But
Mhm.
man, I've seen a lot of attempts at
Well,
plastic.
also Ahsoka has
Oh, yeah,
like
Ahsoka,
baggy
kinda.
samurai pants, and the articulation on that figure is great.
I feel like
Right.
they're probably soft and not sculpted because now that we're looking at it more, the legs are probably reused underneath it. So rather than having to sculpt brand new legs that match
Yeah.
the style, they're probably
Could be.
reused.
I wish I could see those boots more because,
We gotta
and I
ask
wish
Mike,
Mike were here
whose
because
boots?
Mike's really good at seeing stuff and knowing it, like determining if it's a reuse or not. But I would assume it's 100% new, just based on it's a new media figure. But I definitely wouldn't. I wouldn't be shocked if this were reused legs and boots or anything. Boba also, yeah, Stone Mando, the Boba
True.
type. I mean, both Bobas really, Tython and the other one, whatever it is. They both have this. There's reused legs, but yeah. So this is a great reveal. I think a lot of people have been really wanting this figure.
Yeah, this is
let's
exactly how I was hoping it would come out. So I'm happy with it.
Let's get some mid out of the way.
Well, actually, can you go to Django next? Because I want to talk about him before I have to hop on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, and I have a Black Series exclusive reveal. I got that 2-pack already. Look at this. There it is.
Oh, look at that.
Clones of the Republic, number 4. Ridiculous. Sorry.
All right, let's get some peek out of the way
Yeah.
while Sebastian's still able to chat with us. So Django, 100% new mold. Well, 100 for Django. I think it's mostly the Death Watch body, just repurposed for Django, and I couldn't be happier. We have a brand new Tim Morrison head sculpt. They didn't reuse the clone head sculpt, which is fantastic. That's like a big worry people had for this figure.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 100% his face.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes,
more
it is
so than
really
anything
good.
else. That is his face.
Boom.
Yeah, that is incredible. Like, I would love to. He does cons, so I would love to have him sign like this Django figure. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Yep.
Looking at this now, I didn't realize he doesn't have O-ring shoulders. That's kind of, I don't know.
Oh, it's like
little
sculpted as
disappointing.
one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because that's kind of new for Black Series. They normally have that shoulder piece would be separate. Like here I have, this Anakin. Like this probably would have been better if they sculpted the shoulder with it.
Oh, you got the 2-pack too. Like,
Yeah, I got the 2-pack too. I've had the 2-pack for years. Whoops.
yeah, no, this is even though the Vader and Luke pack was an awesome 2-pack, this to me is my favorite reveal from today, only because like I love the OT, but I grew up with the prequels. I thought Django was one of the coolest things about the prequel trilogy, and then if anybody played the Bounty Hunter game that came out after Attack of the Clones, like I spent hours playing that game, and just the fact that we have now a proper Jango Fett in the line. My only complaint, and it's not even a complaint, is just I would have liked both jetpacks. That's it.
Yeah.
But I can quickly get over it with how good this looks. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Go
my
ahead.
only complaint. I think is it kind of similar to the Bespin and a Bespin dual set. They could have gone harder. Like they could have packed in a little more in Charge Deluxe for this one. I think. Like
Yeah, I would have really liked this one to be, you know, a deluxe figure and include some blast effects and, you know, maybe give us some paint on the blaster, some silver paint instead of just the dull gray.
Yeah.
I would have liked his little headset that he wears.
The
when he's
headset. that'd be
piloting the ship.
nice. I love the scar on his head. They
Yep.
actually gave him that,
Flame
which is
effect,
really
yeah.
nice. And
Yeah,
But I
flame
do
effect
think
for
that-
sure.
I'm really hoping that some of the, well, it doesn't look like it's maybe on the other wrist. I'm trying to get a shot of his right wrist. Maybe you can use some of the blast effects from the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett on it, like the flame and all that. But it just would have
No
been
thigh
nicer
swivel?
if they no thigh swivel.
No thigh
Well,
swivel. That's what tipped me off that it wasn't that it was brand new right off the bat. That's how I knew. That's the
Portions
first
look a
thing.
little different too. It's an overlay, but like he looks a little wider than the Death Watch Mando to me.
mm-hmm. Yeah, this is peak release. And for some reason, whenever they said Bounty Hunter from Attack of the Clones. Oh, Brian, I
Zam
know you had
Wessel.
left for a second.
Zam Wessel
Yeah.
surprise.
I thought it was going to be Zam, and then they hit the Django. I was like, oh, that's right. Yeah, we knew this was coming. Brian, how long were you gone?
I have no idea.
I didn't even realize you weren't in.
Just a quick restart.
You sound really good now, though. Your audio is pretty good.
Oh, good.
But yeah, this Django head is... That's so good. Oh, no.
All right, I'm gonna hop off.
All right, Sebastian, thanks for joining.
Yeah, no, thanks for the invite. I appreciate it.
Yep, we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, all right. See
ya.
you guys.
Later, man.
I wonder if there's any other pictures of Django here. I think it might just be that one for in person. Oh, here we go. There's more down here.
Mhm.
Yeah, this might be one of my most look forward to Black Series figures now.
So that one we knew because the belt leaked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, his belt leaked. And I think it was on the Yak list, too.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Could use a
for
little
what
paint on the
picture.
blasters, but
Yeah, that's
That
like
seems to
typical
be
for
a-
Black Series.
a common thing these days.
I don't know what's going on with the visor in this picture. That better just be... It looks 3D printed almost.
That's a thumbprint.
That's what I was,
Yeah,
Yeah, like
That's a thumbprint.
you can
Mhm.
see the layer.
yeah.
Yeah, it does look like a thumbprint. Yeah. So that's good. That's good news. That's good to know because if that were messed up on all of them, that would really suck.
I suspect it's from when they glued the feet down.
Yeah.
when's it due to come out? Is it a ways out?
Next year.
Pre-orders tomorrow, so probably fall time or
It says
not fall time,
2026 on it.
Yeah.
yeah,
this one's
springtime
on
probably.
six.
Yeah, what'd that card say?
2026. It's when you had the promo pics on.
Oh, the promo picks. Yeah, spring 2026.
So like December.
So I'm sure Lance Vader Luke will have it in a couple of days. But all right, Django is out of the way. Let's talk about Asajj Ventress now. We knew Asajj Ventress was on the way, but I really didn't expect this to be the look. It's like a season 5, whenever she's a bounty hunter type reveal, and I think like it looks amazing. Like
Mhm.
there's like a goldish, you know, I don't know if it's gold or white, but it's like intertwined with like the black. Oh yeah, it is gold. Yeah, I was right.
Yeah.
Like that looks incredible.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to do this look, but I think it turned out really cool.
Yeah,
Is this
whenever
when-
they. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say whenever I saw Asajj Ventress on Yak's list, I thought it was either gonna be, you know, the newer like Bad Batch or Tails look, or maybe I was honestly hoping for the 2D Clone Wars look of her, and then maybe we'll get that 2D's Clone Wars Anakin that fought for that duel, that incredible fight from that series. But yeah, they crush it with this. Like that helmet, the paint on the helmet looks so good. We got the shoulder there, the design on the shoulder, no paint on the hilt other
All
than the
the-
black, but
The knee swivel looks good there.
Mm-hmm.
lots of range in the legs. It looks like that back knee, man. I don't know. I don't know about that back knee there. I know
Usually
Justin's
when
gonna
your
be
knee
really
does
mad
that,
when he sees this
something's
pic.
wrong.
Yeah, looks like she just broke her knee and she's fallen. Bring back
It's
thigh swivel.
I got the.
Oh, this is
the
crazy. This is a cardboard cutout in the box.
Yeah, there was
That
one
is
on the Django too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's absurd. Don't even put the box out. Yeah, bring back thigh swivel. We need the thigh swivel. Knee swivel's working overtime. Are they pink lightsabers? What are they? No, they're red. All right, never mind.
They do look a little pink, like compared to the text.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In these pictures, it looks pink for sure. But yeah, anybody not getting this one? Because I think I'm kind of in the middle. I think I'm going to be getting it, but I'm not really looking forward to it, if that makes any sense, just because I'm not necessarily sure if I need another Asajj, but it looks really cool, so I just think I'm going to add it to the Clone Wars shelf.
Yeah. This
Most
is
of those-
Go ahead.
I was gonna say most of those parts I just looked at Tales of the Underworld. They could be reincorporated for that character too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sick. I just can't get over the design of the helmet and like that chest piece. Like that's incredible. Because it almost looks like it's a soft PVC material, and then like I don't know is the gold paint or is the brown paint? It's just, or is it molded
Beige.
flat? Yeah, the beige. Like it's hard to say. Maybe it's like the beige and then just like the brown brushing note, because it looks like plastic brown. But to have the painted line that straight all the way through, I don't know. It's pretty unique though. And then we had, let's see, we only have one more reveal. And for Black Series anyways, and that is the mid. Already have both of these figures, and the original Phase 2 Rex, you know, is probably going to have better paint. But, yeah, so re-release. It's really unfortunate they didn't give Anakin the cape. I know I mentioned that earlier, because it would have made a different Anakin look that we don't have. It's literally an exact re-release of the
Both of
Anakin
them?
they just released. And like, since Battlefront 2 2017 is a canon game, he wore this outfit when he had long hair and he had a cape. So they should have just done that, and it would have made it different enough, and it would have matched the era that this Phase 2 Rex is for. But so it's unfortunate that people who want Phase 2 Rex and don't want to pay $100 for that old one, if they just bought this Anakin, they have to buy it again, or they can try to sell it, you know. But
Is the Rex different at all?
No, it's just a re-release of the Phase 1 Rex. It'll probably have less paint apps, I would guess. I mean, the promo shots looks pretty dirty, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to be as quality whenever it officially
I
releases.
just didn't know if they'd done any updates on it at all, or if it was the exact
No,
same
it's-
as the first one.
Yeah, it's got double knees, so they Photoshop the pins out. So yeah, I don't think this is an update, because you look at the elbows; they look like it's the old arms. So I think it's literally just like a straight re-release, which is wild. See the double there. But yeah, it's definitely like for Black Series, it's the weaker release.
Well, it's for anyone
sure.
who doesn't have it, right? So.
But for people who don't have it, yeah, it's a pretty solid release. It's just the Clones of the Republic line. I feel like it started off so good with that Yoda and Grease set, and then everything since has just been kind of okay. But yeah, this will be Pulse and Disney Store exclusive, so it won't even be fan channel. So it's really just something that they want to have in the Disney. You know, when people go to Disney and they take their family and their kids see a Rex and an Anakin, you know, it's kind of like casual bait in a way.
Yeah.
So, but is there any other reveals you all wanted to talk about before we chat about anything else?
Was that all the
August?
reveals?
Yeah, for Black Series. I don't know if you were here when we talked about the Palpatine set, so we can probably go back to that.
You were talking about. Said we were just finished talking about the HasLab.
Oh, do you want to talk about the HasLab? We can go back to it.
What is it? Sandcrawler?
You don't know what it is?
My work. I just got
Oh,
off
you haven't
work
seen-
like
you
20
haven't seen
minutes
it yet?
before I came on.
All right, we're gonna reveal the HasLab to Kirby live on stream. This is crazy.
Drum
What do you
roll.
want it? What do you want it to be?
Well, if they're doing that whole Tatooine thing, it's got to be a sandcrawler or some sort of desert scene, right?
Well, that's what we thought too, but. And then let me hit you with the gunship, the LAT
That
gunship.
doesn't look like anything.
So $449.
$500.
I don't understand why this is so much more than the G.I. Joe one that's going on right now. It's bigger and has way more stuff to it.
Probably the license, I would imagine.
Does it have? Well, why are they? Oh, it's the old one. Okay, 20%
Yeah.
bigger. Nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty big set, and I know they had a picture here that showed the dimensions.
Ooh.
Like a lot of
Wow.
removable. Yeah.
Okay.
28, 10, and 30. My only issue with it is there's absolutely zero blast effects. Like right here, and we talked about this earlier, but there should have been like a green laser that you can clip onto the bubble so it looks like it's shooting.
What about tears?
And then, the tears. I got to show you the rest of it. Oh, crap. I'm failing.
Who are the tears? There's always someone fancy in the tears.
Yeah, the tier. So it comes with these two clone pilots that
Which
go
I
in
wish
the
we
cockpit.
had.
Yes, exactly. It comes with swappable panels, so you can have different ships if you buy multiple.
Nice.
And the tiers are Tier 1
you-
is Coleman Tribber, carded.
Are you kidding me?
Tier 2 is Sassy 10. And Tier 3 is Aegon Kolar.
Scales aren't balanced.
Scales aren't balanced. But if every tier backs, all they got to do is, flip that switch, upscale it, modify it a little bit, release them in Black Series. I'm here for it.
That's why we're gonna get the Tonica sisters.
That'd be crazy. I would love it because put in my Black Series Cantina. It's 3D print. But I just feel like it's missing like smoke trails because it has so many rockets, that actually move up top.
But do they have that for normal TVC?
I don't know.
Like blast effects and all that?
I mean, some of the older ones might, but I don't think like if they have an older one, they should care about that.
What about that Vader the Vader one I heard about that releasing for the Vader's TIE fighter. Does that one got like effects or no?
It only comes with the swappable panel to have the damage after he gets hit by, you know, that other TIE fighter that the Millennium Falcon takes out, and then that TIE hit bumps into Vader and makes him spin out. It has that damage, but it doesn't have any like shooting or, you know, smoke effects or anything. So that's like, it comes with 2 stands. I can actually, I think they posted the YouTube video. We can play it. Let's see here. Yeah, let's watch this real quick. I'll turn the sound off. All right, here we go. Here, Kirby, you can watch the actual reveal. I can probably turn the sound on, actually.
I think we're $600.
Yeah, it's $449. Yeah, so that's the HasLab project. The
If they did
gun
payment
chip.
plans, I'd be all over that.
What'd you say?
If they had payment plans for that stuff instead of charging all at once, I would be all over it.
Yeah, that's something I feel like it's missing from HasLabs too. Like, give people, because I know you don't have to pay until the end of it, so people have time to, you know, save up, you know, set some money aside from paychecks if they need to. But at the same time, do what Hot Toys does. And you buy a $350 Hot Toys figure, you can pay for it 49 or not 40. You can pay for it, you know, $80 at a time, or you can pay for it all at once if you want to, and then do the installments. And you can change how many months you want. Like, you know, for the Vader operating table, you know, that's a pretty expensive set. So they let you do up to 7-month payment on that. I think I did 5. You know, so like whatever is in your budget, you can work.
And if you can't pay that month, you can push it back.
Yeah, and during the payment, you can always like postpone your payment 1 month. You know, so if you buy something else, you can move it up if you need to.
And I like the way they have it now. You can, when you pay early, it takes off all of your payments, so all your payments get smaller. So then you'll still have at least a little payment on the payment date.
Yeah. So I do feel like that is missing from HasLab. Like, give people a payment option. But
I think
I do gotta say,
Starfighter is missing from HasLab.
What is?
The Jedi Starfighter is missing from HasLab.
Black Series Jedi Starfighter. Come on, I'm all in. I am all in. But yeah, I do feel like that feels a little empty without blast effects and the green laser coming out of the bubble.
Absolutely.
You know, it would almost be perfect without it. And I know somebody mentioned getting clone gunners. Are they?
As much as I love the Coleman Trebor coming in, does it look so good? He's dead before they even get there, so why is he in that set?
Yeah, and I don't love the tiers. Like, I think Jedi are cool, of course, but
And CC-10's flying, isn't he? He's not even on the ground.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the tiers. I think they could have been blast effects for one of them at least. But you know, TVC love their carded figures. But again, another HasLab where you have to take the figures out of the box. You know, if the special thing is because with the Ghost, the special thing about those figures is that they're on a special card back. So it's like you have to rip the card open. I know TVC people are big on their carded stuff. But I won't be getting it, of course, because, you know, I think it's a great set, but... And it's not even performing that well. It only has 842 backers right now. And usually... Or 871 now.
Since I got on here, though.
Normally, day one for TVC HasLabs is really big. And then it kind of crawls.
There's also a slump when it's at the convention, though, because a lot of people that are going to get it are still at the convention.
Yeah, yeah.
The Ghost,
I just feel like I remember, like, the Ghost was so...
If you guys can remember, I think load was loading.
Yeah.
Plume says, they can't keep announcing $500 HasLabs only a month before they happen. The current con doesn't support gotcha drops like this, while they're also dropping massive amounts of regular product. And that's the thing, too. I don't understand how TVC collectors still have the room for this kind of stuff. Like, if I were a TVC collector, knowing how hard I go whenever I start collecting something, like, they got the Cantina, the Ghost, the new Vader ship, the TIE Advance that looks incredible, and all of this stuff is so expensive, and they have, like, all those old sets that are really big if they have them, and I just don't... we don't have the room. You'll find the room one way or another. But Ken, are you in on this set? But yeah, I just don't see. Yeah, they're getting the Bantha, which is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't see how they have the space. But I think it's great. It's just not perfect. I feel like it could have been a lot better. The best part about it is probably the what do you call it? The hovering and the two flight stands. You know, because I think having a hovering one and a flight one is pretty neat. Even the scales. Yeah, we need Coleman Trebor and Black Series. That's why this thing needs to find.
We need all three of them.
All three of them. Absolutely.
I agree.
I think
Jedi Council shouldn't be locked in a HasLab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they plan on re-release them in, like, different packaging or anything. But even then, like... Oh, here's a nice video of it. I'm going to share my screen. So it's actually hit the con floor now. I'll share. Where is it at? Here's a nice video of it. It does look impressive, like sitting like that, but
Yeah.
it does feel a little empty without the blast effects. Alt hands for the Jedi is cool.
I think the blast effects are just like too delicate.
I don't know, because, I mean, G.I. Joe HasLabs have come with blast effects.
But I mean,
You
like
know.
the long green laser pieces.
Yeah, but if you're paying almost $500 for the set, like, you got to find a way to pack those things in there pretty neatly, you know, or pretty safely. But yeah, it's 45 days. But I'm really interested to see how this one does, because it's not having a strong day one right now. It's at 875 now, so maybe as the day gets older. Or we
I'm
go
up
further in.
300 just since I've been on here.
Yeah, I mean, it did launch at 6 p.m. Eastern, so, you know, it hasn't been up for too long. I just feel like a lot of times it's more than that. It's like a big rush for day one. And it's kind of, you know, walking on crutches right now. I just wish Black Series could get another shot. Maybe that's what we need. I don't want this to fail, but if that's what it takes for Black Series to get another HasLab shot, then I'm sorry. You know, if that's what it's going to take. But let's see. They're also dropping this massive and expensive HasLab before we even gotten the Cantina in hand. And that's the other issue. Like, people don't even have what they paid for the last one. And they're doing another one.
But that's how they do it all the time. They always do it that way.
Yeah. And Stoned, the reason they don't do 2 to 3 months is because they want people to have the FOMO purchase. Like, you feel the FOMO and then buy it. Because it's such a limited time. Because I think if they had it going too much longer, or if they had it going longer, people would. It almost gives people too much time to think about it, I think. But
keeps it in a sales quarter too.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, they definitely want that FOMO purchase, and it's like the rush of, you know, like this big HasLab's revealed. Gotta order it now so I can secure it.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like
instead
the
of making
dragon.
people wait. Yeah, the dragon.
Dragon was huge.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't watch the stream, is that the only thing TVC got, or did they get other stuff?
Kane, are you backing this one? Are you backing the here we go. Currently, I missed this comment. Currently, no. Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, for $449, like, I think it's worth the price. I just, like I said earlier, it feels a little left to be desired. So maybe they have, you know, maybe they'll have some blast effects added on as a bonus tier at the end, or something like that. We shall see. But did you all have anything else you all wanted to chat about? Another reveal you all wanted to go over?
Did TVC get anything other than the HasLab, or is that it?
Yeah, TVC did get a couple reveals. We can take
Just
a
they
look.
didn't want to get a chance to watch the stream.
They got Jocasta new.
Yeah, they got Jocasta new.
Yeah, you're right.
It might be easier for me to pull up the actual.
That's the G.I. Joe's not doing too well there. HasLab hasn't even made backing yet.
Oh, the Snowcat.
Yeah. It's hurting right now.
Let me pull up this little. I can share this screen because I don't. Off the top of my head, I know they had like a Republic or a Coruscant Guard revealed, but I don't know. So they had that set. Based Anakin is the main head sculpt. I love the battle damage on the eye there. I wish they would have gone a little heavier on it. Maybe there is some more pink on the eye. Or red
Could
on
be
the
the
eye.
lighting.
Yeah. Let me actually, that's a good point. Let me look at some of the in-hand pictures of... Because I would love to see... Oh, yeah, so it does look like... It looks like there's more red around that left eye.
Yeah.
Okay.
That face looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a good Mark Hamill. You know, I'm impressed. At least from, like, the pictures we can see here. You know, it's like on the shelf, like sideways. It's a great Mark Hamill. I love the messy hair, like the clash effect being used again is honestly might be my favorite part of the whole thing. The battle damage and the clash effect. Just the swoosh blades, man. Where's the swoosh blades?
I think they need to start doing more special effects for like a package deal or something. Accessories.
Mm-hmm. Little like display pieces.
Yeah, accessory sets.
Diorama. Mm-hmm. I like that we get a removable hand on Luke. I'm assuming he has ball joint wrists for that.
I know after the Anakin and Obi-Wan set, this was like everybody's most wanted next dual diorama scene. So I'm pretty surprised they like followed up so quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think Mike sent a text and said the vignette series. So I think I don't remember them. I didn't hear them say that in the live stream, but Mike was in the panel room. So I'm assuming that they're gonna, you know, start doing more of these types of things. So, you know, maybe the episode 6 duel next, or
yeah,
you know, it's like everything is on the table now, which. You know, we've gotten to the point in the Black Series where you can think of something, and as long as it's not too crazy, you know, like the X-Wing, or, you know, just something absurdly big, as long as it's not something too crazy, it's on the table. But for so long, you know, a Cantina alien seemed like it was too much to ask for, or an alternate head, you know, or an alternate hand, or, I mean, these days, you know, paint detail, but like
I think we need to do an episode 2 duel scene with the Dooku, Anakin, and Obi-Wan with removable arms for our Anakin.
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Give us a new episode 2 Anakin on the updated body. But I think we've just finally reached a point in Black Series where whenever you talk about things you want, it almost doesn't sound crazy, because for so long it was like, you know, yeah, you know, who would have thought we were going to get a Mustafar duel scene with 2 bases, 2 different lava effects, you know, and, you know, 6 alternate lightsaber blades, so you get 8 total, and then the alternate heads and the alternate hands. So we're kind of in a golden age of Black Series, I feel like. But they got a new Han Solo, it looks like.
And
Did I pass
Chewie.
it? Yeah, and Chewie. It's a good looking Han for TVC. Little running pose. So it looks pretty similar to the Black Series one.
Yeah.
Nice card art. And the new Chewie. I couldn't tell you. I'm assuming these are pretty new. That Chewie does look pretty updated with the deep cuts in the elbow. But so I'd assume they're new. Thigh swivel on Chewie. Why do they get thigh swivel and we don't? Make it make sense.
Just have to swivel the knee.
Yeah, right. I'm assuming this is some type of... It's like a
At the
tease.
box.
I don't know. Actually, let me get the audio on this.
That's the
are able
Cantina
to
box,
maybe
no?
gave a glimpse of what the packaging is. Cantina, they had. Yes, I mean, of course, Han and Chewie, they had to come, and of course, like as part
they a
of
2-pack?
again, we teased Chewie, same thing with the Cantina. we wanted to update the fans a little bit about the Cantina by showing the packaging on the panel as well. So we gave a glimpse of what the packaging is going to look like, and some shots from the diorama as well, which is amazing to say the least. When I say moments in time, captured in toy form. So for those that are able to maybe go back and look at some recording, we share some of those in the panel. Han and Chewie does close out our Return to Tatooine poster. So it was amazing to be able to sprinkle and build that out throughout the entire.
All right, so they completed their little Return to Tatooine thing.
Yeah.
At least the poster. So they got Han, Chewie, and they got the Coruscant Guard, which actually looks pretty good for TVC clone helmet. And then, of course, the HasLab. So I think pretty good reveals overall. I think the weakest reveal is probably the Anakin and Rex 2-pack.
Definitely.
Oh, Chewie is old, just new legs and new face. So it's pretty solid. So yeah, pretty good reveal day overall.
We need more aliens.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. Definitely like a Watto or, you know.
Especially after getting Sebulba.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, give us that Phantom Menace Attack of the Clone stuff. You know, Tan Wee. What's the other one?
Lama Su.
Lama Su. And, yeah, hopefully that HasLab backs and we can get Coleman Trebor and the other, you know, Aiken Kolar and Sassy Tin.
Yeah. That'd be great.
But it'll be pretty interesting to follow it and see how it does. HasLabs are always fun to talk about on the shows. Did you all have anything else you all wanted to cover?
No.
No, I'm good.
I disagree, Zach. Getting Lobot and Ninum is not a crazy ask. Wait a second. Am I reading this right? I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. But I feel like for a long time in Black Series it was. But now I think everything is on the table. Like, they've shown us they're willing to do, you know, Sebulba. Like, we just got a Sebulba. Who would have ever thought? You know, I don't think anything is crazy anymore to ask for, as long as it's not, you know, a freaking Star Destroyer, you know, or just something that's too big for Black Series.
A Death Star.
Yeah, like just crazy giant ships. And I think giant dioramas in Black Series obviously isn't going to work. You know, like I don't think, like a perfect example would be Luke's, that, you know, anything like Lane Speeder Luke that's not just a base, you know, like I think, but as far as just like a character goes, like Quinlan Voss, yeah, like I think any character is on the table. I just don't think big playsets or big vehicles are on the table yet. I think small dioramas like a little Mustafar base or this Bespin duel, it's going to be things like that where you can have a platform, a couple accessories, a duel scene. Like, you know, but anything crazy, like if they were trying to do like a multi-room Death Star for Black Series, like this just, I don't think that's going to work. Personally.
Yeah, like
I mean,
you said earlier, vignettes. Just little vignettes of the scenes that everybody really loves.
What about a
like
skiff?
those iconic things. Yeah, Black Series skiff. I 3D print it. Like I can't believe, like, you know, we had to have Luke do the Imperial style hologram table for the Holocom Vader. Like that would have been perfect for Hasbro to do. You know.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd get that that spider droid thing that the Sidious hologram appears on in Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. Also, the what would be cool, I don't know if they pop up earlier than Episode 3, but the crab droid, you know, that they're fighting on Utapau.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a perfect Black Series item. And even like it's crazy, you know, you look at things Hot Toys is doing, the Darth Vader on the operating table, like that's incredibly on the table for Black Series now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect Black Series Darth Vader item, because then you can get the younger Anakin underneath, you know, freshly battle damaged. You
Get
know,
the
with,
full burned Anakin.
yeah, give us the. Oh, I don't have it on my desk right now, but give us the actual the real crispy. We haven't gotten a crispy Anakin figure since 2005. You know, and that Hot Toys, the operating table Vader, that's the first operating table that's been released since the one in 2005.
Yeah, Hot Toys has been going deep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're doing things that it's crazy. They're doing the operating table before Hasbro did it again.
Yeah.
You know, and what else? I feel like they did something else crazy recently. That's as far as which
Dark
one?
Empire Luke.
Neo and the Speeder.
Yep.
Yeah, Neo and the Speeder, the ATRT and the 501st clone. The Han Solo torture device, that'd be kind of sick for sure. But yeah, like that stuff like that, I feel like that's on the table. Like small dioramas for, you know, these Comic-Cons and Pulse exclusives, or Pulse like the big con exclusives. You know, it almost makes Black Series fun to talk about again, because whenever we started the podcast, of course, you know, it was fun to talk about, but you know, the exclusives were like Jon Favreau on a Paz Vizsla body and Dave Filoni on a X-Wing body and, you know, shit like that. But now we're actually getting, you know, it's peak again. Because even like we did the SDCC ranking the other week.
Yeah.
Or one of our recent episodes, and you know, there for a while, the SDCC sets got to, you know, the damn Sith Trooper and a couple accessories, but now it seems like this is back-to-back years where it's a deluxe, like a major deluxe set for SDCC. So I think it's like we're probably in like the best time to collect Black Series, I think.
Well, they did renew that contract, right? So, and we don't have any new media coming out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you're looking at a cartoon about Darth Maul, season 2 of Ahsoka, and then Andor's
wrap.
Yeah, and they're not. I don't know what that Ryan Gosling movie's all about, but that's probably not coming out in 2017.
Yeah.
Or not, sorry, 2027.
Yeah.
And Mando and Grogu's next May.
Mando and Grogu next year.
Yeah, that one's going to have a lot of, from what I looked at, a lot of ATSTs and ATATs and snowtroopers and all that.
Yeah, I really hope we can get a new snowtrooper, because that'll lead to a new Galactic Marine, and that's one of my top 10 most wanted figures. I don't care if it's a clone.
He needs to come with the minigun, though.
The Battlefront minigun. Yep. I don't have faith that it will.
Probably
They'll
not.
do the episode 3 version, but I will buy a custom-made, you know, shoulder Gatling gun, because that was my guy in that game, the Battlefront 2.
Mine too.
Yeah. I mean, once you got the automatic and it like auto locks, yeah, it was almost unstoppable. I've been playing a lot of the episode 3 video game. Did you all ever play that one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The movie game. That holds up incredibly well. The camera angles can be a little wonky, but if you have an Xbox, you can literally just download that game on Xbox. And so whenever Nate actually came down, him and his girlfriend came down for July 4th weekend to hang out with my wife and I. And unfortunately, on the second to last day he was here, I remembered I had a second Xbox controller, so we were actually doing the versus mode in that game. So, like, you know, Anakin versus Obi-Wan and just everybody versus everybody. And we did some of the co-op missions. Like, that's a fun-ass game. I hope that gets, like, a modern, like, what do they call it when they just redo a game with better... Yeah, just, like, a better graphics. They kind of...
Remaster.
Yeah, a remaster. Yeah, just make it HD and update some of the camera angles on it. And like, that game is so fun. And on last night... I was on a Discord just streaming myself doing some of the story missions. Like, that might be it's one of the few games where you play through episode or Order 66. And that's why that game is also part of the reason why episode 3 game is or the movie, even though the movie isn't a great film, like that era and that movie mean so much to me because I remember playing the hell out of that game as a kid. Like you're literally Anakin running around and you're fighting younglings in the temple. It's like, or it's not younglings, it's more like teenage kids, not 9-year-olds that he kills in the movie. But like, what other game is gonna like allow you to do that? It's absurd, but it's a lot of fun. I would recommend anybody with an Xbox to download it if they've never played it.
And then there's the alternate ending where you kill Palpatine.
Yeah, like once you defeat the story, it unlocks the bonus alternate ending where you beat Obi-Wan as Anakin, and he turns into the Emperor at the end.
Yeah.
Or he claims the galaxy for himself. So yeah, that game is peak. I love that game so much. But what'd you say, Kirby?
I said, yeah, that is a good game. I did enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's goated for sure. Did you all have anything else you all wanted to chat about?
Yes, we have to talk about your 3.5 addiction.
Oh,
I'm noticing a lot of that on your feeds. I'm getting worried.
Well, look, I'm not doing anything modern. And also, like, everything I've gotten has been really cheap. They're like $5 pickups. And on TikTok, on pretty much every video, I've at least made my money back. And I've had some, I think, the Darth Maul one I did and the 97 Vader, those kind of blew up. So, but I'm mad because, I knew the Bestin Duel 2-pack was on the way. So I bought this for $5 last week. I bought this set right here. This is a set from 2001 where it has sculpted cape for Vader, and it has this piece that also comes with this piece. So Black Series literally just redid this basically just with the platform. So you can add that on there if you want. And in the video, I haven't posted it yet just because there's been so many reveals and all that, where I was basically like, wouldn't this be cool in Black Series? Comment below if you would want something like this in Black Series. And then, of course, since I haven't had time to post it, there's been other stuff. I didn't expect them to reveal it for SDCC. And then now, so I got to update my audio on it. But it does have this neat little gimmick feature. I just love all the old gimmicks that these toys had.
Yep.
And also, I was trying to think of something what's something that nobody else in the content world is doing, and it's nobody's opening older figures for that nostalgia. I'm trying to get that nostalgia view from people.
Ken Plume is.
Ken Plume does, yeah. But as far as TikTok goes,
true,
nobody else was doing it. And I was doing a lot of the episode 3 20th anniversary stuff, which that's the one that blew up when I opened the Anakin changes to Vader. That got almost like 250,000 views on TikTok. So that made me a good amount of money. And then I posted it on YouTube, and I think it's over 900,000 views on YouTube, which I don't get paid for YouTube Shorts, but it was still cool. We got a lot of subs on the BSC YouTube channel from it,
nice.
Which was cool. So people have been loving it, and I think it's fun because a lot of these toys I had as a kid, and especially this episode 3 stuff where I hadn't played with it in close to 2 decades, so to sort of relive it has kind of been a blast. But I'm not. No, Kirby, don't incriminate me. I'm not in on this cantina or this HasLab.
Well, I never said the HasLab. I was referring to your obsession with these the Happy Meal toys, as Wilbon calls them.
That is true. But I do like it because this does look like it would be a Happy Meal toy, legit.
Yeah, I was getting a little worried. I just want to make sure you know where you're going with that, right?
Yeah. They're just good daily content, and they're fun. Oh, here we go. It's starting. The rumors are spreading. But yeah, Jayhawk Jedi, I appreciate it. But so that's probably gonna do it. I don't know if we have anything else to cover. Thank you guys for joining. Oh, Caleb, what did you say?
One of your previous conversations, I forget what episode it was, but I thought I was thinking about this. You guys talked about Prima Mandala and how she'd be a traffic cone. You just stand there. What would you think about if they did like articulation points, like at her waist and at her knees, in a solid figure? Like made it one solid piece and just put articulation points in there, so that way she could still sit. In like
articulation in the dress.
Yeah, so like when she's standing up, you can't really see it because it's tight enough, but you can still fold it so she can sit in the throne.
I don't like it because they're not going to give you the throne.
But if they did,
I mean, if they did the throne, I would rather see. I would rather they do what SHF did with the Palpatine. I don't know if you remember the original Emperor SHF, but they gave you a sculpted
sit down.
Like the robes were sculpted to where he's sitting down and standing up, so you had two different figures essentially. But unfortunately, they put only one head in the pack, so you can't use both heads, or both bodies. But I don't know if I'd want, because then it turns into like one, like it's like a transformer. It feels like in a way, it's like just two big pieces that just fold.
I can't remember what figure it was, but I feel like there was one that's somewhere in an old line or something that did that. So I had that thought the other day.
Spawn. One of the spawns do that. You can pop the lower half off and he sits on it like that.
I'll be unboxing this one soon.
Okay, now we're getting to an obsession level right now.
That's a nice figure.
Look, it's good content, all right? It's good content.
I got an intervention.
Making daily content, it's not easy, Kirby. I gotta squeeze every drop of every lemon I find.
Did you get the Comtech reader?
Yeah, I did. And so yeah, look at this. I know this isn't fine editions, but we can do fine editions for you all if you wanted. I found a Comtech reader sealed for $15.
Nice.
And I was so excited when I found this. So I got this and like 5 old 3 3/4 figures for $15 total because I had a $25 off coupon for my local shop. So I was so hyped. I FaceTimed Nate as soon as I found it, and this was like peak as hell. So my plan is I got to get a 9-volt battery for it, and then I'm gonna get like some type of chain to put all the Comtech readers on. So that'll be fun. I think if you go to Stoned at ICCCon next year, if you go, they usually, I think somebody picked one up the other year. Black Series Comtech reader. I would actually be down, not like for the whole gimmick, but if they included like on the episode 1 cards, I have them on the wall here. If they would have just put like a little like updated Comtech chip that doesn't like function, but just like to commemorate, like almost like they did the credit collection. They came with the little credits. Like just give us a little like Comtech thing, like a modern one, a little bigger for 6-inch scale one, as like a base for the figure. We don't even need the voice feature. But did you all want to do fine editions or no? If you had anything you wanted to show off.
All I got was Krennic.
Is the ISB one still register locked?
Yeah, I think until August 1st, I think, or something.
Yeah, they told me August 3rd, but they've had them on the Target shelf for like a week now. Every time I try and buy one, they tell me no. And then I argue with them.
Nobody else has anything they want to show off?
I've gotten the whole Fantastic Four wave, that new Ezra through Ezra and Chewie and Highway, Krennic, the new Roman Reigns Ultimate Edition.
Mm-hmm.
And
a lot of cool WWE reels this weekend too.
Yeah, and I got the visual guide for the Acolyte.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah. Well, that's probably going to do it for us for this episode of the bonus Black Series Cantina episode featuring all the VIPs. So thank you guys for joining me and covering the reveals with me. That was a lot of fun. So anybody watching, if you want to participate, we try to get one a month in. I owe these guys another stream from June, but some of these summer months are hectic. So we'll double up on one of these months as well. But thank you all for joining, of course. If people in the chat, you can join the Black Series Cantina Patreon VIP tier if you want to hang out with us. Usually once a month, whenever, and then sometimes we can't, but we double up whenever we try to make up for it. But yeah, I think we're gonna end it here. Thank you all for joining and watching all the way to the end. We appreciate it. We'll see you later. Anybody want to give us a mic buy and a replacement?
No.